So welcome along to A Story to Tell with me, Richard Beauvoisin. This is mainly taken from my Radio Bath show every Thursday morning from 10 until 12. If you do like it, don't forget to subscribe, share it to others and let everyone know all about Radio Bath. Hope you enjoy it. Good morning, everybody. I'm finally live. Had the pleasure of listening to Russell Watson and Helen Jane Long, myself in the studio, which was really nice. Now, sat opposite me is the lovely Tom Harris. Good morning, Tom.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Now, I love the fact that a minute ago, you were sat there. You look very smart, by the way. 3 layers, waistcoat, looking really good. You popped your hat on as well.
Yeah, I've just realised that the headphones don't work so well with the fedora. But,
Not so much, no.
Yeah.
Is the hat kind of like your Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, what I'm thinking of?
It's sort of my on-stage sort of thing that people notice. So, yeah, sort of. I didn't mean it to be. I just ended up playing every gig with it on that I do sort of solo or with my sort of acoustic-y band. And, yeah, it's become my thing, I think.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I felt bad when you turned up today and I knocked it off.
Oh, no, don't be silly. No, we went for a hug and it was all good. That's what it's got to be done.
So I think so. Now, Tom, tell us, who is Tom Harris then?
Who is Tom? I'm just a musician. I was originally from Somerset. I moved to Bath for a couple of years when I was about 4, and then moved to Devizes, which is brilliant because it's just full of music. Got a brilliant music scene there.
Yeah.
I've been playing solo acoustic-y stuff since I was about 16. I never had a lesson in my life, just sort of watched my mates play guitar and stuff and copied them.
So did you learn via doing all the scales and everything, or you just simply play?
None of that, no.
See, I did the same.
No, I don't know anything about music, really. I've picked up chords over the years just through people telling me what they are, but I couldn't tell you what a note is on the guitar or anything. I just listen. I love hearing it. And
Do you know, I had a friend at school who played the piano, couldn't read music at all, and he just listened to it and then just played it.
It's amazing.
And it was like, oh my God, how can you do that?
Don't get me wrong. There's just, there's 2 ways of doing things. When you get someone who's practiced to the point that they're absolutely incredible, that's great too. Both things are viable, but it's just sort of the 2 schools of music, really.
There are indeed. Now, we have a mutual friend called Sorrel Pitts.
We do.
And she didn't tell you that when she came in, she was my first ever live music artist in here.
No.
And she was quite nervous about doing it. So she said to me, Richard, would you play along with me? And I was like, okay. I don't pick up my guitar that often, but I learnt Sorrel's songs.
Yeah.
And it was very bizarre because I'd say, right, here live on Radio Bath, as I will do for yourself after 11 o'clock, is Sorrel Pitts. I'd then have to pick up my guitar and then play along with her, put the guitar down and go, well done, Sorrel.
Well done, Sorrel, and sort of...
And me.
And me?
And I was trying to work out how many radio show presenters would have played along with their live acts.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And
we
that
can
must be a
but...
pretty small Venn diagram, if I'm honest with you.
I reckon so. It's a good thing to do, though. It's great. Love it.
It was lovely. I've never done it since. I haven't brought my guitar in today.
Sorry. We could have arranged something.
I had to practice with Sorrel. She came around to my house. We practiced a few times.
Nice.
Yeah, and she's lovely.
Yeah, she's
we love
brilliant.
Sorrel.
Yeah. I've met her at a jam session probably 8 or 10 years ago now, maybe even. But yeah, we just meet up there. She's great to play and sing along with. She's told me a chorus of hers immediately. I had it on my phone for years. Every time she turned up, we'd sort of sing it together. Yeah, she's lush. Absolutely lovely person.
She is lovely. Now, what type of music? Because I was chatting to my son on the way in, and I said, I've got Tom Harris. And he said, what type of music is it? And I went, I don't know, actually, because I've listened, and watched a few bits and pieces. I don't know how to describe your music. So what kind of category are you in?
I don't really know, honestly. I try hard not to categorise myself as such, but, I mean, I got dragged up on rock and blues. My stepdad runs the blues club in Devizes. I then sort of did bits of acoustic singy stuff, listening to things like Red Hot Chili Peppers and sort of rocky, funky things like that. Then I joined an extreme metal band when I was about 19.
As you do.
Playing sort of jazz time signatures and things. So I learned a bit of different things along that side. We're still going. We're called Kiddesis. We've just released some new music.
Amazing.
And sort of now I just write music. I don't like to stick to a genre. So my tracks, as you'll hear in this, the ones that I've chosen, they're all very different than each other.
Okay.
I've got sort of kind of a bluesy, jazzy one. I've got a kind of punky, ranty one. I've got a ballad, and I've got a polka song. So that kind of that kind of sums up that I don't think that you need to be in a genre at all. I think music is music and should be taken as such, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
so you are a musician.
Music's music. I don't care what it is, like whether it's rap or whether it's electronic music or whether it just doesn't matter to me. It's just music is music and should be appreciated.
And it's kind of, if you look at somebody like Ed Sheeran, for instance, what genre would you put him in?
Well,
he's actually almost a rapper.
He's done the same thing, really, hasn't he? He started off with an acoustic guitar playing songs, and then you realise that acoustic guitar, if you sort of transpose those chords into some electronic music, stick a recorded drum beat behind it, you got yourself a pop song. And it's kind of,
It is. Yeah.
It's kind of that thing. It's great, though.
Now, you write your own material.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd love to know kind of what's the theory behind your writing. Are you a Paul McCartney, you wake up with Yesterday in your head? Or is it really structured? Are you lyrics first, music first, all together, chorus? Where do you start? Where do you finish?
Most of the time, I just pick up a guitar, I start playing a riff without really knowing what I'm doing because I've got no musical training. And then I like it, and then I'll start humming a kind of vague vocal tune. Might have the amount of syllables in it or something, and then I'll just sit down and get my voice recorder out on my phone when I've broken it at the moment, but it's fine anyway. So we'll do that, and I just sit there, and suddenly it just kind of comes to me. It just kind of falls out of me. I know that sounds rubbish, and people are probably really, but
no,
I know there's not really any structure there or anything I can teach, but it just sort of a song just comes to my head. I might sometimes think, what theme should I aim this for, or what does this sound like it's themed at?
Yeah.
But then the lyrics just sort of flow. I've always loved poetry as well, so like...
So you are a poet and you do know it?
I don't know, yeah. I'm a reluctant poet, I guess. I'm more of a songwriter now, but I wrote poetry when I was a kid in school, and then, did the carol concerts and stuff, so it kind of feels quite natural, really.
No, I still write poetry myself, and again, when you say it flows out of you, I still remember, so during COVID, I couldn't be a dance teacher because our business was shut down, unfortunately, so I became a delivery driver for a year, delivering food to mature people. Let's go down that route. Frozen food. And I remember getting quite near to the end of it, and COVID was coming to kind of a finish, and I remember just delivering a parcel to a particular house, and then I sat in the van and I was like, I just have to write this poem. And I wrote a poem all about COVID, and it was about 15 verses long, and it just poured out of me.
I love it.
And that's, I think, what a lot of musicians have, is that you can't explain it, but all of a sudden you go, I have to do this.
Yeah. I quite often find it something, you're doing something weird. For me, if I'm hoovering or cleaning the kitchen or something like that, suddenly go, I'm humming a tune, and then I'll just sit down and there we go. You have to kind of get it out of you. But that sounds amazing. You should put some poetry up.
I have. I've released them and stuff, and just
brilliant.
put them all on Facebook. They are available for people to scroll through the 10,000 posts that I put on a daily basis. I worked out yesterday. I think I put 4 posts on just yesterday.
Holy moly!
But that's because I do a lot.
Yeah, no, fair enough. You're involved with lots of things. You've got lots of projects. You've got lots of stuff to talk about.
So I had the pleasure yesterday of interviewing Betty Boo, which we're going to listen to in a minute, because I said Betty Boo to you, and can't quite remember Betty Boo.
I know the name. It's ringing an enormous bell.
Well, we're going to do the do in a minute.
Brilliant.
That's what we're going to do in a few minutes' time. Now, where can people see you?
So I'm online at Tom Harris Solo for my solo stuff. I'm in a local band doing rocky stuff with some of my originals, some of the ones you'll hear today, and some others. And we do covers as well, called No Alarms and No Devizes, which is a silly name, I know, but it's a little Radiohead pun play.
Okay.
And my band Kinesis as well. And I run an open mic at the Barge at Honey Street. I love encouraging new musicians to come, and it's brilliant. My favourite bit of that is watching them and sort of improve, and you see people who are totally incompetent get up there, do a bit, and then they'll come back with a guitar, and then they're brilliant. I love it.
And how is it when somebody literally, because I actually looked at doing some comedy, which is another thing that I do as well.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and myself and a friend of mine, we went to an open mic, and we were like, right, let's just get the scene. We weren't going to do anything that night. We were just kind of setting it out and seeing what it was like. We never have actually done it, unfortunately. We wrote some stuff, and it's just never quite got there. COVID took over. But how do you look after people that are naturally very, very nervous the first time they go to do an open mic?
You just got to try and put them at ease as much as possible, to be honest. You just sort of go, the whole point of we try and create a nice environment anyway. So all the people who are at my open mic, exactly, at the least, are just really appreciative of everyone who comes up there. They give them a massive round of applause and all that, and that makes such a big difference to have them there. But just sort of try and calm people down. Just try and be as calm as possible. It doesn't matter, it's your first thing. Just give it some,
Just give it a go.
Try and be a bit calm with the sound check as well. Funnily enough, the comedy thing you were talking about. Sorry, I'll go on a tangent a sec.
Tangent away.
It's the only time I've ever felt stage fright is attempting to do comedy.
Okay,
and
go on.
I write some songs that are vaguely comedy songs. I've got laughs when I've played them at gigs and things.
Yeah.
But before he was famous, I supported Ramesh Ranganathan.
Okay.
And I supported a guy from Rich Hall's band as well, a separate time, because I tried it a second time. But it's the only time I ever got stage fright. And there was just something about it. It was just felt like that entire audience was staring at me like, make me laugh. And I don't know. I never ever feel it normally. I could get up in front of thousands of people and it doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. But for some reason,
well, it's that extra thing, isn't it? It's not just listening to you, but they have to react in the right way to you. So when you're doing all of your dictation, when you're talking and singing, and to get the joke to come across clearly, it's got to be really clear.
Yeah.
It's just extra pressure.
Yeah, I just felt like the expectation more than anything was the thing, but yeah.
So how do you feel coming in today then, doing live radio? Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of people that come in, they say, I'll do it, but I want to pre-record. So we go into the other studio at a different time, and then it gets played out live. But it's 10:54 and 12 seconds on Thursday, the 1st of May. You are here live.
Yeah, well, I'm okay with it, to be honest. I take most things in my stride. Like I might mess up a little bit, but hey, that's live music, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's live music.
My voice might crack at some point or something like that, but that's what you get at live gigs. I think that's the kind of joy of it, and recreating that in a radio format, brilliant.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. So that's coming up after 11 o'clock today. So I'm going to play Betty Boo now.
Do it.
So this is available. It's going to be broadcast on the 15th of May. Gerard's going to play it for me because I'm going to be away for a few weeks. So that's going to go out on the 15th of May. But it is available on my YouTube channel, or you can catch up on the podcast immediately if you really want to listen to me chatting to Betty Boo, who is locally based. She comes shopping to Bath in Zara. So yeah, here's Doing the Do. This is it. You might remember it now. Back with Tom after 11 o'clock today.
Mistakes and allowed fat and ugly thing in my way.
Love a bit of the peppers, the chilies, the hot, the red. Sounding proper smashy and nicey now. That's terrible. It really is. Anyway, it's Richard Beauvoisin here right until midday today. It's live session time for the second hour. Really looking forward to this. Good morning, Tom.
Well, hey, good morning.
You are back, which is good. You're prepped, ready to go with your guitar.
I'm back.
You are. So you're going to play 4 songs for us. They're 4 original songs as well. Really looking forward to this. I love these parts, by the way, because I almost get a private concert. When I say almost, I do get a private concert. I do. And I just sit here just going... Which is lovely. So tell us about the first track. What's it about and what's it called?
So the first one is called Feeling Blue. It's not the happiest of subjects. It's about feeling a bit depressed and not going out and stuff like that. But I like doing it because I quite like playing Feeling Good at the end of my set and quite like starting the set with Feeling Blue. So it feels like you've had a journey.
Okay.
Yeah, it just sort of fell out of me. It's not that depressing for a song about that, but you know, and the rest of them are a bit happier, so don't worry. I won't bring it down all day, guys.
That's all right.
Keep listening, please.
Please do keep listening. Right, here live on Radio Bath is Tom Harris.
One
just go inside. One got a lot of friends, but I just won't pick up the phone. We'll end up going nowhere, and we'll end up alone. Coming down to springtime, somewhere on over and still no peace of mind. It's the night of a game of winter too. It's another year older, it comes and it's over, and I'm still feeling blue. Yeah, I'm still feeling blue. I'm counting shots of bulbs, but I can make up my mind. Begin this mental exodus, then I'll just hang inside. I got a lot of friends, but I just won't pick up the phone. I'll end up going nowhere, well, I'll end up alone. I've been down to springtime, summer all over, still no peace of mind. It's not a gale of winter too. It's another year older, it comes and it's over, and I'm still feeling blue. Yeah, I've been down to springtime, summer all over, still no peace of mind. That is how I get winter too. Whoa, whoa. It's another year older, it comes and it's over, and I'm still feeling blue. Oh, I'm still feeling blue. Bam, down, doo, doo, down, down. Bam, down, dee, dee, doo. Bam, down, 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 down. Well, I'm feeling. Well, I'm feeling. Well, I'm feeling blue.
I'm going to let that fade out. Blimey. Do you know what's amazing is that people have often said this to me regarding dancing, is I come across and I'm quite calm and it's all of this type of stuff, and then I start dancing and then it's like an animal that comes out sometimes.
Oh, yeah. A different person.
Now, you know, unbeknown to you, I did film some of that, just to let you know, okay? And I know you've been filmed before many times.
Yeah,
and what people can't see on the radio is your performance. And you are incredible.
I was trying to hold it back a bit because I'm on radio, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow. Well, if that's holding it back, I don't know what else is going on.
I don't understand why you don't just go for it. And I did, like I said, I knew it, a live thing. I completely forgot the first verse, sang the second verse twice. It's just how it goes. It'll be fine.
Nobody would know.
No, it's fine. It's how it goes. You just have to carry on, don't you? It's
of course you do.
Well, what am I going to do? Stop? Nah.
No. Well, that sounded absolutely brilliant. We'll let your voice and your everything settle down just for a few minutes. Back with Tom very soon.
Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
The Beatles and Eleanor Rigby, a choice of my guest, Tom Harris, today, who's our live session musician. Time for track number 2. What's track number 2, Tom?
Wonderful. This one is 3-word slogans. It's a bit of a ranty, almost punk song, but not really, especially on acoustic guitar. It's a little bit political, but not aimed at anyone in particular.
Okay.
It's just taking the mick out of the 3-word slogans that they come up with to try and convince us all to do whatever they want.
Fair enough. Here live on Radio Bath is Tom Harris.
Turned on TV today and I caught the PM's speech. The almighty filibuster stretching as they overreached, rhetoric ablazing, acting like they were Hulk Hogan. Reality once again, we've got naught but 3-word slogans. Britain deserves better. What does better entail? Make a difference, a different kind of fail. Yes, we can, just like Bob the Builder. Ambitions for Britain, ambitions which bewilder. Freedom, justice, honesty, antithesis of politics. Vote for change. There is no change, no quick fix. Forward, not back, said whilst backpedaling. The real alternative, there isn't one, it's just a heading. Oh, I long to see in government with honesty, but we've got not but empty words. Self-centered ignorance, they're all a bunch of selfish so-and-sos. Their so-called policies absurd. Once again we sit there looking gormless, saying nothing. Self-masturbatory congratulations. Yes, men bow down in flagellation, telling us so vaguely how this next version will succeed. 3-word slogans, generous tokens, handed out through gritted teeth. Parliament policies so transient, parliamentary ambivalence. Fake pleasantries administered through a poop-eating print. And tax cuts for their mates. Hedge fund bosses get the best rates, create division, rich v poor and left v right. Well, billionaires are laughing at the world's impending plight. And vote for change, cause it's all that's left to pay the rent. For your future, or some of it, to an extent. Believe in Britain like we're some sort of mythological beast. Take back control, said the control freak to the sheep. Strong and stable like a castle built a stand. Get Brexit done, well, unless you live in Northern Ireland. Britain deserves better, but I bloody doubt we'll get it. Getting Britain moving, slowly by continental drift. And now I long to see in government with honesty, but we've got not but empty words. Self-centered ignorance, they're all a bunch of selfish so-and-sos. Their so-called policies absurd. Oh, well, I long to see in government with honesty, but we've got not but empty words. Self-centered ignorance, they're all a bunch of selfish ignoramuses. Their so-called policies absurd. 3-word slogans. 3-word slogans. Education, education, education. Growth, growth, growth. Boop, 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 boop. 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 3-word slogans are absurd.
Now, the whole desk was shaking. Tom's headphones fell off halfway through that, and bless his cotton socks, he still carried on, hanging on to his headphones whilst the guitar was shaking. You give everything, don't you, Tom?
I don't see the point in doing half measures. I really don't. If you're going to do something, put your all into it, you know?
And
you do the same, I could tell.
Yeah,
you know?
I do. And in a calmer way, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, until you get on the dance floor, yeah.
Until I get on the dance floor and then the animal comes out.
Oh, yes.
It's very strange, again, when you're, like, if I'm going to perform and I perform on stage, you know, most nights, it's beforehand I'm really quite calm.
Yeah.
Because I know that when I go onto stage, I then have to go and perform.
Yeah,
and be really explosive.
I guess it's sort of the same. I don't know. I don't really think about it. It just sort of, something takes over me as soon as I start playing music. It really.
Yeah. It is fantastic. It's time for a little break.
Yeah, let's
back
have a
with
break.
track 3 from Tom in a moment.
Help me make it through the night.
Now, Tom, I reckon that is a bass line that I could play. My skills are not that great on the bass, but that's just going dum, 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 dum.
I reckon you could play lots of bass lines. You just got to put your mind to it.
Come on, Rich. You're absolutely right. If I practiced more, I definitely could play a lot better.
I mean, you've got a very full life as it is. I can't take the mic.
No, that's okay. I was watching you playing the guitar, actually, and you play it in a very strange way, in a really good way, I'd like to point out. It's not a criticism in any way, shape or form. It's really flexible It's probably the best description I've got of it.
It's a funny way of putting it. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, so I've got barely any movement in my wrists.
It's more
so
your left hand, actually.
Oh,
the
okay.
chords.
I probably do stuff weirdly because I try not to put pressure on my wrists. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, I've never had any lessons, so no one's ever told me to do it right. So.
What is right?
Exactly.
There we
exactly.
go. Right, we're time for your third track then. So Tom Harris is here today. He's playing live music. He is here absolutely live. And you're playing 4 completely different tracks. Last one was kind of like a political rage.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
What's this one?
This one is a nice happy ballad. Well, I
Nice,
say
happy ballad.
like kind of chilled out ballad. It's essentially about how all friends and lovers of the past have sort of changed us and made us who we are today, and that's sort of the general theme of this song. It's called Lost in a Slow Dance.
Brilliant. Here on Radio Bath, it's Tom Harris.
I take a look to the sky. What do I see? Thousands of bright glowing beacons staring back at me. Reminds me of lovers in friends. Summer now gone, and on this nostalgic night, we'll all join the fun. Well, I don't know what more I can do. Stand at the light, dreaming of the night. Lost in a soul that's with you.
Every last drop of that. Again, completely different than what you did before.
Yeah, I love it. Why stick to the same thing, eh?
No, it's fantastic. It's, do you know, in a really weird sort of way, I'm tempted to give you some of my songs and see what you want to do with them.
I'd love to.
Would you be up for that, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I might send you a couple of my songs,
Yeah,
and I can't tell you what the chords are, because I've...
That's all right, I probably couldn't either.
No, that's okay. They're not difficult, because I'm not difficult. But there we go. Brilliant, Tom. Back with your last song very, very soon.
Thank you.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Now, we were both chatting, Tom, weren't we, about Bob Dylan, and he writes amazing songs, but not necessarily the greatest vocalist in the world.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a massive fan of his actual performances, but as far as the songs he writes, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Give them to someone else, and they're absolutely amazing songs.
But I have to say, he sounded okay on that track.
That is probably one of his better ones for as far as.
But he's still only saying it, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. He's not doing a great deal more than that, is he? Anyway, my live guest today is Tom Harris. We've been doing music all morning. It's time for your last track now, Tom.
Indeed.
What's this called?
So this one's called Elephants in the Room. So a few weeks back, I watched my good friend Pat Ward, who's in a band with me, and he did his first solo gig. I went and saw him play, and two of my exes were in the room.
Oh,
and
okay.
so I thought I'd write a happy polka song about it.
So this is a new song for you,
This is
then?
about 4 weeks old.
Wow,
yeah.
that is new. We're just discussing off air that I've got songs that I wrote 30 years ago.
I mean, some of these are probably 12 years old or something, in fairness. So, like, there's a good range.
Yeah. And what type of song is this?
This one's polka, I reckon.
Polka, of course
I've been
it is.
looking forward to a polka song for a while. Never written one until now.
Live here on Radio Bath is Tom Harris.
It was a grand man's up on a grand old sunny day. It took up that a canter. There was no time to play. It was calm upon arrival. I walked around to take my pew. To my surprise, something flashed before my eyes. Was not one elephant, but two. The elements in the room. 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 Room and filled with pure nostalgia, ignoring glances left or right. The thick grey skin becoming blinkers, focusing forward, not behind. The music was fantastic, my footprint fondly of the tunes, but the mumbles with proboscis was still evidently in the room. The elements 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 in the room. That's a stir in my highline. One almost spills my drink. Their proboscis slowly wrap around my head, controlling what I think. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 no, la 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 la, la 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 no. in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room. The elephants in the room, 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 room.
I was laughing with the just again. If you've never seen Tom play live, you have to go and see him, and I don't say that lightly. I really don't. It's quite incredible to watch you live.
Oh, thank you.
I have filmed you lots today, and do you know what I really loved is that you saw me filming you, and you then performed to the camera, which I thought was brilliant.
I was trying to hold myself back in the first song because I thought, well, I'm in a studio, I don't need to perform, but like I just automatically do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then when it can be performative, it's very much in my nature.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely brilliant. Where can people see? I know you said you've done loads of gigs, and you haven't,
I haven't got too many books coming up, actually. And to be honest, I've broken my phone, so I haven't got my calendar to tell you exactly what I do. But please, I would love some more bookings. So if you can go get me at facebook.com/Tom Harris Solo, I'd love to play some more. I'm playing my mate's wedding soon. I've got a couple of prospective ones coming up that I'm chatting to about. I've been playing loads for the last 3 months, but typically I haven't got much coming up now. I'm on the radio.
What sort of areas are you playing? What sort of towns and stuff?
So I'm based around Devizes, so I'd love to play sort of Wiltshire and Somerset is generally where I play around with this sort of thing, at least. I don't want to travel too far. So yeah.
And you take your own bar stool with you and everything?
Oh yeah, I've got my own special stool. It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is a new one, actually. I've got dodgy legs, so honestly, having my own musician stool is brilliant.
No, you've been absolutely fabulous. We're going to come back with your quick fire round.
Well,
11 random questions every guest gets. Back with Tom after this.
Thank you.
As you promised me that I was more than all the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign. Kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. Now I am stuck between my anger and the blame that I can't face, and memories or something even smoking weed is not replaced, and I am terrified of whether...
Back for the last part now with Tom Harris. How are you feeling now? It's all done, the music.
I'm feeling good, yeah. I've cooled off slightly. I've had a couple of minutes to cool off. It's nice.
It's very warm in here, isn't it?
It is very warm.
Certainly when it's hot outside.
Whenever I play a track, I sweat like anything. I'm fine beforehand. One track, gone.
So is that why you're wearing 3 layers?
It's not why. To be honest, it's kind of my stage gear a little bit, is the waistcoat, shirt, hat combo.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about it. I quite like it.
I can't wait. So we'll need to befriend each other on Facebook and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. And we'll publish the videos and the photos of you performing today, I think. All of them, because they are all amazing. And your facial expressions have just been incredible to watch. So please do book Tom, because he's brilliant. It's very varied as well, which is great. And yeah, you'll get a performance.
Thank you so much. I just love it, yeah.
Good. It's time for your quick fire round. Okay, so you don't know these questions, you don't get them in advance.
Nope.
There are 11 random questions. They start off very light. You heard one of them when I was interviewing Russell Watson and Helen Jane Long earlier, but they do get a bit deeper as we go on. Okay. So first question: what is your favourite ice cream?
Oh, okay. As a kid, it was they used to do a Magnum cone. And they were like a cornetto but bigger, and they'd wrap the actual ice cream on top of the cone in like a Magnum chocolate. That used to be my favourite ice cream. I don't know why it's popped in my head. I haven't thought about it in years.
I don't think they do that anymore, do they?
They don't. No, they're extinct now.
How did you feel, Tom, when you realised they weren't there anymore?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Probably distraught if I'd have realised. I probably never realised, honestly. It was one of them. Oh, where have they gone? Yeah.
Oh, they're not there anymore. I'll eat something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you tidy or messy?
I'm a bit messy. I'm messy most of the time. I get in tidying moods, and then I tidy everything. But I'm really bad at tidying up day to day. So like, yeah, I've actually been blitzing my house for a couple of days after doing bits of work. So
Have
like,
you?
When I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood. But
Right.
yeah, it's not always there.
But generally, you are a messy person.
I just tend to sort of. I put stuff around me. I sit down and then things emanate around me, and until I realise it, I don't think about it. It just kind of happens.
Fair enough. Love or hate roller coasters? You're deep in thought on this one.
I kind of neither. I think they're all right. It depends what kind of roller coaster. I love the rock and roller coaster, the Aerosmith roller coaster in Disneyland, which we went to on a college trip. I think it might be because it was inside as much. I'm a bit wary of heights. I'm not scared of heights. I like climbing up places, or going up at hills and stuff. But if I could do it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle on roller coasters. Do you know it's a roller coaster.
In all the years I've been doing it, I think that's the least accurate answer I've ever had in my life, which I love.
Mr. Vague.
I love them. I hate them. Nonplus. I don't really know.
It depends what the roller coaster is. I don't like the
enough.
big drops.
Okay.
But some of the sort of bits where you're moving about, they're quite fun. Like when you get a bit of a spin or whatever. That's
I mean,
great.
I hate the Wurlitzers, or however they used to be called. The ones where you just spin around in a cup.
Waltzer things.
Waltzers, yeah. They used to make me throw up all over the place.
You'd always go there and you'd fill the kids with a bunch of fizzy drink at the fairground and then stick them on a thing that spins them round. what do you expect other than...
They are going to throw up.
Exactly.
Right, this is the question you heard earlier. Do you hang your toilet roll over the top or behind the back?
I do neither. My toilet roll holder broke a number of years back and I haven't replaced it, so they just sit in like a little container on the floor on their side.
Okay.
So completely, yeah.
So you just don't
I've dodged
have
that
one.
question as well.
You have. You've done very, very well. Let's see how the next one goes then. Do you eat your chocolate from the fridge or from the cupboard?
So I don't really have a preference for it, but I do. I get really dark chocolate. I do like 85% dark chocolate. And
Okay, so why is that then? Why not the milk chocolate? Why do you go the dark chocolate?
I listened to a podcast that said how good dark chocolate was for you, and it's got all these I think it's flavanols in them and something else that I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're actually really good for you, and the darker the chocolate the better it is for you.
So I'm trying to get at the moment what's known as my barley body.
Ooh,
okay,
look
so
at that.
I'm going out to teach in Bali and judge and do workshops and stuff and DJ, which is lovely. I'm very fortunate to have that as part of what I'm going to do. I've never been, for a number of years, a full six-pack person.
No.
That body left me some time ago. I turned 50 last year and I said, right, I'm going to try and get the barley body. So does that mean now that I can eat dark chocolate and it's good for me?
You can, with intolerance. Yeah, have at least have one square or two a day, and it's actually really good for you. Yeah, so it's supposed to like give you good energy levels, make your brain work better, all these kind of things. There's loads of Well,
that's good.
Michael Mosley told me years ago on Just One Thing. That's where I got it from. So
Just One Thing.
Yeah, they did.
Sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, I know.
Of
I was a
course.
bit sad about that.
It's sad. Right, I think I know the answer to this question, but we will find out. Do you make your bed in the morning?
I do not make my bed in the morning, no. Not at all. I roll out of my bed in the morning, make a smoothie and go to work. That's what I do.
What do you do apart from music, by the way?
I just do a bit of database stuff.
Okay.
Which I actually find more interesting than I thought. I didn't do anything for a number of years. I got rheumatoid arthritis. I'm still in lots of pain, but like I think I'm so much happier now. I'm doing bits of work and working for a company where I like the people, and it's just really nice. It's not anything that I necessarily thought I'd get into, but I quite enjoy it.
Well, it's very difficult to make a living out of just music, isn't it?
It's almost impossible, I'd say. Like, you have to be incredibly lucky, and to be honest, I do it for the love of it, not because I think sometimes also turning something into a business might take your passion away. I'm very aware of that.
I had that when I learned how to dance, and I got pretty decent pretty quickly, and then I became a teacher fairly early on, and then when it became my business and it was the thing that paid the mortgage, I went from kind of just teaching and going, I love teaching, to actually for a period of time, I'm much better now, whilst I was teaching, looking at the door going, please, I need people to come in because that's paying my mortgage. And that definitely applied a lot more pressure to what I was doing.
Yeah, it just kind of it's more fun when your passion is the driving force rather than your income being the driving force.
Yeah.
I think it generally leads to better results anyway, in my opinion. Like, not that I'm not judging you at all.
No, and likewise with Radio Bath, we don't get paid. I do this because I love doing it.
That's amazing.
Jared gets paid twice the amount that I do. He really does, which is still 0. And Charlotte pays exactly 4 times the amount that I do, which is still 0. And Charlotte's up next, by the way. What's your favourite breakfast?
See, generally I don't do breakfasts, but I guess I break my fast with I have my smoothies. Like I said, I've been making healthy smoothies in the morning, so I just like to put seeds, nuts. I got some frozen mixed berries, dark summer fruits and summer berries. And an apple. Once again, it's all. I was trying to get healthy a couple of years back, and it was another thing that was just sort of. I don't feel hungry. I don't like eating in the mornings, but if I drink my food, it tricks me into having it, and it means that I've got some nice healthy stuff in me that's easy. So yeah, generally I just have that if I'm going to have a breakfast.
No, a smoothie is a great option to do. I've tried to move away from breads and cereals and have more omelettes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sets me up for the day, and I normally do at least 5 hours of exercise every day. So
Fair play.
I need to have quite a lot of protein and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm vegetarian as well, so I need to get as much protein as I can.
Yeah, I'm veggie as well, so I get
There you go. If you had to, it's a really difficult one, this, by the way, for you personally. Okay, if you had to do it, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
No.
I know, it's a nightmare question for live lounge people.
As a singer, I kind of hate doing karaoke because I feel like the point of karaoke is a bunch of people who don't go out and do singing as their day job, enjoying doing singing. So I think everyone else hates it when you're a singer and you go up and do karaoke, and I don't particularly enjoy it. But I don't know. I mean, they made me sing "Bat Out of Hell" last time I did karaoke at my mates' thing. I wouldn't say it's my favourite thing to sing. I'd never sang it before in my life.
How does that go again?
No, not get me there.
It was worth a try, wasn't it? It really was. Right, favourite TV programme or film?
Oh no, I hate that. They're so absolutes are so difficult. They're really difficult. I have favourites.
Just give me some.
I have favourites of the time. I'm struggling with this question.
So for me, for instance, if somebody says, "What's my favourite film?" then I have loads of favourite films, but the one that has the most impetus in my life, or importance in my life, I should say, is Dirty Dancing. Because when I watched that at the age of 14, 15, I wanted to be Patrick Swayze, and now I get to be a version of Patrick Swayze on a daily basis.
It's great.
And I lived my dream. I'm very, very fortunate.
No, that's fantastic. I wish I had an answer to a comparable answer for you. I can't. I'm lost on this one. I'm really sorry, but I might have to dodge this question.
It might come back to you at some point.
You never know.
There's 2 questions to go for you. Okay, these get slightly deeper, but not that deep. If you came back in your next life as an animal, which one would you be and why?
I mean, a pampered cat would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Let's be honest.
Cat is the favourite answer.
I'm not surprised. Like they go and do what they want. Like go out when they want, come in when they want.
Yeah.
Get given food and attention and water, and they just I love it.
Yeah.
They just
our cat stayed out last night, which is very rare for him. He normally comes in, and we're normally outside shouting for him to come back in late at night, and he just toddles in. But this morning he came back in at 7:30, went and had some food, scratched the door. Out he went again.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it?
It's like just off you go then.
Feels like living your best life, doesn't it, to me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a cat.
It is to be a cat. And your last question, Tom, where is your happy place?
Ooh.
If you had to be somewhere, where would your happy place be?
So the song that I almost played that I didn't play is called Drew's Ponds Wood, and it's my favourite walk in Devizes. It's this little nature reserve set back out the way, and you just go down a hill. There's a nice pond with some waterfowl on it. You walk past a stream, you get to a little tiny mini waterfall, and then you go up and round, and there's a little pool on the floor where the dogs and kids play. And then you walk up a hill, and you get a little fieldy bit. It's just a nice. I love being in trees. It makes me calm. It's lush. I really like being in nature.
That sounds amazing. What was the name of the walk again?
It's called Drew's Ponds Wood. Drew's Pond Wood, even.
Drew's Pond Wood.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love doing walks.
I just really like it. It's really nice. It's not even that much of a big walk, but it's just really nice. It's just proper resets you mentally, when you just get a kind of zen feeling.
Beautiful. Remind everyone, Tom, where they can get your music.
So, I'm Tom Harris. You can get my music at Tom Harris Solo on Facebook. I'm in a band called No Alarms, No Devizes. I'm also in a scary metal band, which may or may not be your thing, but we're releasing music at the moment, called Kinasis, Kinasis. And just check us out. I'd love some more solo gigs if anyone's out there. Anywhere around the West Country, really, it'd be wonderful.
I will try and put a word in places that I know. Thank you so much for coming in. You've been incredible, so I've loved it. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
If you've missed any of this or any other shows that I've done, then you can type in Radio Bath, any podcast provider. I might even try and put some of your clips up on my YouTube channel as well, just for that as well.
Hey.
I'm back next week with Laura. It's gardening special. Can't wait for that. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Thursday.